So here we are going to learn that the Azure Data Engineer. In this one, so we are going to learn the Azure resources, Azure Data Factory. This is a major one. We are going to focus that end to end. So like Azure Data Engineer developer, the ETL, how they will work using that Azure Data Factory. So we are going to learn this Azure Data Factory and Azure Data Bricks. So this is also one of the resources available in that our Azure platform. Here actually we are going to use that some small type of scripts. We will use it using that our Python, PySpark. So using those languages here, we are going to write the script for that transformation purpose. Okay. So these are the major resources we are going to learn it during this our training. While we are using these services, we need some data storages. So the data storages, don't worry, suppose if you feel something is totally new to just listen it. I will explain very detailedly from the scratch, all the so end-to-end flow, everything actually I will explain very detailedly. Just now I'm telling you that what are the things we are going to learn it in that our Azure platform while we are learning that Azure data engineering role. Okay. So these are the major resources we are going to learn it. So in these resources, we are going to, when we are working in these resources, we are going to use some of the storages. Those storages, what are those? Azure Blob Storage, Azure Data Lake Storage, Azure SQL. This is SQL database. And again, we will learn that. So one more resource in the Azure platform, which we are going to use it for sending that mail. So Azure Logic Apps. So these are the resources we will learn it. Some features in the Snaps also we are going to usually the Snaps environment we will not cover in that our regular session for the previous batches. Now I have added that Snaps platform also. The Snaps is one of the resource in the Azure platform, so which we can use it for that same type of transformation. So ETL, data loading. So all the purpose actually we can use it. Snaps is one of the so important resource in the Power BI when you are working with that so Azure data engineering. So that part, so we will learn it after completing that our data factory part. So the same thing, the data factory, whatever we are going to learn it, the same thing we can do it in that our Snaps environment. The Azure Databricks, whatever you are going to learn it, the same thing you can do it in that our Snaps notebook environment. So those things also I will show you how to use, right? So Snaps, we are going to see that overview. The Snaps overview, we are going to see that one. And this data factory, especially we are going to use it for the ETL purpose. The ETL purpose, we are going to use it. So ETL, a simple understanding, I'm telling you, just moving the data from one place to another place. That is called ETL. Just now, so just for that current scenario, just you can understand simple thing that ETL is nothing but moving data from one place to another place with some transformations. Okay. So in that way, wherever we can have the data, you may have that your business data in the on-premises environment. On-premises environment, it's a private environment. Your company having the database in the private network. It's on-premises. Your company having your data, the cloud, so virtual machine. Even though if it is having that cloud virtual machine, now that virtual machine will be considered as a separate machine, private machine. So the data, if you're going to access from that your on-premises environments, very easy understanding, I'm telling you, your laptop. You're having your business data in your laptop, the C drive, D drive, or somewhere you're having in your laptop. Now the data you want to move to that cloud environment. Which cloud? The Azure cloud environment. We have to move it. Okay. So the data moving from that on-premises, how we can connect with that on-premises from that our cloud environment. This is one of the storage environment. We are going to see how we can access the data from that our on-premises environment. And suppose if you're having that your data, the on-premises SQL we are having, so okay, fine, we will learn it, how we can transfer the data from that our on-premises SQL to that our cloud. Suppose if I'm having that my data in that AWS S3 bucket, AWS is one of the cloud. S3 bucket is one of the storage in the AWS cloud. The AWS S3 bucket, if I'm having my business data now, how I can move the data from that AWS environment to that my Azure platform or Azure to AWS. Suppose if I'm having that my database, Snowflake is one of them, data warehouse cloud software, cloud data warehouse. Suppose if I'm having that my data in the Snowflake environment, or if I want to move the data from that my cloud Azure to Snowflake now, how I can move that one? We are going to learn it. So we are going to learn the data, how we can move the data into the Snaps data warehouse, Azure Snaps. Azure Snaps over here, I told you, right? So here that Azure Snaps data warehouse will be there. The Azure data warehouse is how we are going to move the data. Suppose if you are having that your data and that our on-premises Excel file or CSV file, how we can access the data. So these type of things, actually, we are going to learn it. Different sources, everything that live scenario basis only. Whatever we are working in the live environment, the same data set I cannot give it to you, but the scenario I can tell you. The same scenario basis only we are going to learn it. Very from the scratch level to the advanced level, we are going to learn this. Finally, we are going to learn that one CI/CD concept. This is one of the way for deploying your project from one environment to another environment. This is also an important one, the CI/CD. So the deployment purpose, we are going to learn this thing. So this is the thing actually we are going to learn in that our training. This is a high level content I have to leave. The detailed content available here in this Excel actually, that each and every topic. So we will have it here. What are the topics we are going to learn it? The copy. So all the things that Azure data engineering perspective, whatever you will work. So if you joined in that one of the organization and you're going to work as the Azure data engineer, what are the tasks you will get it in that perspective, so that our content will be there, so that everything that our scenario basis it will be there. Okay, fine. So the first data factory we are going to learn, then that our data bricks we are going to learn it using that our PySpark. For the purpose, we have to learn that Python. So that Python first we will learn it, then we will go to that data bricks. Okay, right. So the detailed content here, it is everything available. And this is the high level things what we are going to learn in this our training. That's the data engineering role. Fine. Actually, the Azure data engineer or general data engineer, what they will do? What is the day-to-day activities of that our data engineer? What they are doing? The data engineer, yes. So the name is telling. So data engineer going to deal with the data. What they will do it? They are going to deal with the data. what they will do it. Why? So the data engineers need. See here, I'll take that small scenario. Okay. I'll take the small scenario. See here. Imagine this is our business application. You may take that any application, that online application, any of the application, your banking application, so e-commerce application, or your business application, anything. Which is you are doing through that online. So anything you can take it. So I'm having one of the business application, that on-premises business application, web application I'm having. So here I'm having some of the input controls. The input controls I'm having. Okay. So simply I'm taking that copy of this one. I'll take that example like that our training institute application form. Okay. So here I'll have that first name, then name, first name. So your mobile number, and your mail ID. So which course you are inquiring? Which course you are inquiring? And here your location. Okay. So these are the 5 inputs you will give it whenever you are inquiring something. So finally, what you will do it now? Here that submit button will be there. The submit button. So here, after filling that all the information, so you are clicking that submit. Usually all the application, when you are submitting that details, you are searching or you're ordering some products, the Amazon. So you're confirming that order, right? You're confirming that order. So that order should be stored somewhere. Should be stored somewhere. So where it will be stored now? It will be stored in that. So there will be one immediate data storage environment. So it's called that our database. The database, what it will have it now? It will have that tables. It will have that tables. See that your first name, as per our scenario, just I'll take the table structure. So here, see, this is for that your first name. This is for that your mobile number. And this is for that your email. And this is for that your course. And this one for that your location. So usually what will be happen now? Whenever you click the submit, see here, this first name detail will come into this place, and mobile will come into this place, and email will come to this place, and course will come to this place, and location will come to this place. Like that, everyone, whenever they are giving that their detail, their inquiry, so information, when they're clicking the submit button, the new row will be generated here. So that application data will be stored here. Okay. So who are all inquiring through the web application, all the data it will be available in this database. But we cannot say everyone will ask through the mobile or through the website only. Someone will inquiring from the submit, right? And someone, for example, someone calling me, right? So they are calling me and asking the course details. Those information directly will not come to this database. Okay. Someone calling me, directly calling my number. They're asking about the course. So those information, where I can store it? I want to store the data. Who asked the course, which course they asked. I want to store the data. So where I want to store it? So usually what I'm doing now, if anyone calling, so to my institute. So here what I'm doing now, our institute people, so we'll take that one. Okay, so here, what we are following now, we are following that Excel. The Excel we are following. So same order, just I'm following like this. Mobile number. The third one is email. So email and the course. Then location. So who are all calling me, right? So those details, I will get it. Those details, I will get it. The data, so will be available like one record here. Like one record. Right. So here, the first name and mobile number and email. So course and location. Okay. So whenever they are calling and asking the details, there all the information will be available. Some people come directly, the walk-in. Okay. So those people details also. So we are going to store it in that our Excel only. The Excel only we are going to store it. So who are all coming directly in person and asking that course details, so we are going to take that details. All right. So those people in details also, we will store it here. See, like this, we are having different storages for my business. Different storages for my business. I'm having database, I'm having Excel, I'm having that CSV format file, different environment storage. I'm having that one hub in the Hyderabad level. I'm having that one hub, and Mumbai based. I'm having that one database hub. I'm having overall India. Actually, I'm having that 4 regions data. All the 4 regions data. So we are keeping in the separate locations, right? So what I want to do now? I want to analyze my business. I want to analyze my business. I'm having the business data. What I want to analyze. So how is my business going on? Which course? So inquiring. On which place? Some places they will ask for that AWS. Some places they will ask for that Azure. Some places they will ask for that database knowledge. Based on that location, based on the business, actually the inquiry will get different. See here, I'm having data sources. I want to analyze that business by referring that data. So where we are having that data. I'm having the data in different storages. As of now, I'm having two storages. One is that our database, another one is that our Excel. Right. So this data, I want to store it. So where I want to store? Where I want to store? So already stored somewhere. Again, where I want to store? Usually in every business. So what they will do it now? All the data, finally, they will store into that data warehouse environment. Data warehouse environment. Data warehouse, it's a warehouse. For what purpose we will use it in general, not only the data warehouse, the warehouse. So what we will do? We will dump all the things, right? Same way here, what we are doing now, we are dumping that all the business data in the one destination, final destination. Why we have to store that one? All places we are having our business data. That means different places we are having that our business data. That business data, first thing what we want to do now, we want to bring it into that one place. One place. After that, what we want to do now, after getting that data, what we are doing now, we are going to analyze our business. We are going to analyze our business. Which area our business is very good? Which area our business is not going good? And why? What is the reason behind it? We have to analyze it. How many people joined from that Hyderabad location? How many people joined from that Chennai-based location? How many people joined from that Bangalore-based students? All the things I want to analyze. How I can analyze? For that one, first thing what I want to do now, I want to bring that all the details into that my one centralized storage environment, which is called that data warehouse. I want to bring it into that place. Right. So how I can bring it? So simply I'm telling you, just imagine here I'm having that my data warehouse. My warehouse. Okay. Here I'm having it. What size? So here, imagine this is my data warehouse. This is my data warehouse. The same type of structure will be available here. Same type of structure will be available here. Okay. So here, the same one, our first name, our mobile, email, subcourse, and location. All the details, we will store it here. Okay. So here, the data wherever we are having this database and this Excel, all the data, we have to bring it into that our one final destination. One final destination. Okay, so here, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to move that my different source business data into that my data warehouse environment. Data warehouse environment. So here, what I will do it now, one place to another place. So the data moving purpose, I'm going to use that one of the technology. That technology, it's called ETL. The technology is called ETL. What is that ETL? So here, extraction, transformation, and load. Extraction, transformation, and load. See here. So this E, this T, this L, ETL, extraction, transformation, and load. So here, what is this extraction? From the source, you want to get the data, right? From the source, you want to get the data. So here, what I'm doing now, I'm going to get the data from that my SQL, that Azure SQL. Or else I'm going to take that my business data from that Excel. So this connect and accessing the data is called extraction. Using that your ETL technology, you are going to connect and accessing the data, right? It's called extraction. Okay, I have connected with my data. I have accessed. After accessing the data, what I want to do? You may want to load the data as it is sometime, or else sometime you want to do some of the transformation. Transformation, not changing your data from one format to another format. Okay, I'll explain very detail in that next part, another 3 minutes or 5 minutes. So the transformation is nothing but you are going to change that your data from that one format to another format. So how you will do it now? That transformation, you will do it using that your ETL tool. Okay, the transformation also done. What next? Now I'm having that expected business data. So that data, now what I want to do now, I want to load it into that my data warehouse. I want to load it into that my data warehouse. See here, extracting data from that your source environment and doing that changes is called a transformation. And after doing that, your business changes, you have to load it into that your data warehouse or your destination. So this is called ETL. Actually, the data engineer, every data engineer, so they are working in this type of processing work only. For this ETL purpose, we are having different types of tools actually. Let's come to later that one tools list. Now, what is the meaning of transformation? I'm not able to understand what is the meaning of transformation. Can you give me that one small example? Actually? So what I'm doing now, I'll take that one small scenario for that one. So here, I'll take that one small example. Just imagine the location data, some people giving some different way. How they are giving, for example, the location detail, so everyone mentioning that detailed information, or else instead of location, we can mention that address. Instead of location, we can mention that address. So some people, they are filling the data like this. See here, so number 12. Right, so Main Street. So Amirpet. So Amirpet, Hyderabad. So here, Telangana. So they are giving that address like this. They are giving that address like this. But that information, if I'm keeping as it is like this, the source data, imagine the source data I'm having like this. But this information, if I'm keep it as it is now, so like this, it will not be very helpful for that my business analysis. What is that business analysis? Simple example. They're asking the details. State-wise student inquiry detail they're asking. How I can take it now? It's not easy to analyze the data state-wise using this format. Using this format, it is not easy. So here, how it will be now? The data, it will be like this. The data, it will be like this. So here, so number 18, right? So main street, something. Street name. Something I'm giving, street name. Okay. So that bit. So here, Chennai. C, Tamil Nadu. I'm having the data like this. If they're asking the state-wise data, now, this data, I cannot use it for the analysis purpose. So my source data, it is not in the correct format, expected format. It is not in the expected format. If I want to do that analysis now, I need that cleaned structured data. The cleaned structured data, how I can get it? From where I can get it? So here, I can take that data if it is in the proper structure. If it is in the proper structure. What is the meaning of proper structure? How I can make that proper structure? Actually, this data, for example, I'm telling you, this data, instead of this structure, now I'm having that only one column. Instead of this structure, my data, if it is in this structure, see here, I'll show you that example. So here, I'm taking this one, and here, so one for that our door number or that building number, and another one for that our street name, and another one for that our so area name, and another one for that our city name, then final one for that our state. So here, so the number and see street name and so area name and city and state. If I'm having my data like this structure, how it will be stored? My data will be stored like this one. The actual first row will be stored like this one. So here, so what it will be now? So here, that our number 12, that main state, made paid. So here, the city, Hyderabad, and state, the Telangana. The same way, second record, it will be like this, right? So here, the street name, something. What is that your street name? The street name will be there. Your location, that local area. And here, right? See, which will be that very helpful for the business analysis, this format or this format? This format will be the so cleaned format data. See here, if they're asking the report based on that my state, yes, I can take it because I'm having the state column separately. If they're asking that city wise, yes, I can take it, city data. So area wise, yeah, everything I can take it now because now I'm having that cleaned structured data. The cleaned structured data. So here, what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do here is the cleaned structure I'm doing, right? So from this format, From this format, I'm doing this clean structured data. This process is called transformation. This process is called transformation. So one type of or one format of data, you are changing into another format based on that your business requirement. It's called transformation. It's called transformation. Right? So here, so that after the transformation, what you will do it now, you will load this cleaned format data into that your storage environment, the final storage environment. So here, for this purpose, we are using that ETL tool. The ETL tool, we are having different types of ETL tool we are having. Different types of ETL tool we are having. SSIS is one of the ETL tool. Informatica Power System is one of the ETL tool. So data stage is one of the ETL tool. So like this, we are having the different types of ETL tool, but these all are that on-premises ETL tool. On-premises ETL tool. These all are on-premises ETL tool. See, if you want to move the data from that your storage environment to that cloud environment now, using this one, we cannot do it. So you have to go with that cloud environment tool. That is the cloud tool. One of the tool is called ADF, Azure Data Factory. Azure Data Factory. Nowadays, the companies they are moving their own business data, the existing business data from that existing storage environment to the cloud storage environment. That is the reason. So nowadays that they are using that ADF. And Databricks also they are using. The Databricks is one of them. So most powerful technology for the transformation purpose, the huge big data dealing purpose, we can use this our Databricks. We can use this our Databricks. Okay, so along with these two, that the storages wise, so we are going to use the different storages. Okay, so all the things already so discussed in the beginning, right? So this ATL part is that main role of that our data engineers, the Azure data engineers or normal data engineers. Got it? So this is the one actually we are going to learn it. I hope now you can understand what is the role of that Azure data engineer. So for that role, we have to learn that technologies, that technology we are going to learn. So whatever we have mentioned here. So that our content, so it will be that once you complete this content properly with the hands-on, no? So you will get that knowledge like that, or 2 to 3 years of experience. So knowledge, you will get it if you are following that proper hands-on. So this is the one we are going to learn it. This is our Azure platform environment. So here only we are going to work all these things, whatever we have discussed. Here we are having that our resources, all the resources available here. Okay. So this is what we are going to discuss, that our regular session. So this is about that. So that's all for that our demo part, and the hands-on everything. Actually, it will be in that our regular session part. So if you are having that any clarifications now, you can ask that your doubts. Meanwhile, I'll stop that recording. Yes.